Also not... Oh. Okay, I'm starting the timer like a little bit late. Honestly though, I don't think it really matters too much that I started it a tad late. Because unless I get like really, really close to my PB, I'll know pretty with some confidence whether or not I actually PB'd. Oh my god. I'm bad at targeting. There we go. You, come here. Oh, okay. So I should use the strategy I used yesterday of covering my timer with a sticky note because I don't like to see the time. I don't know. On one hand, it probably is good to know whenever you're super behind so you don't just waste time with a run that's not going to PB. But on the other hand, there's a lot less pressure when you don't actually know, strangely enough. Alright, that was pretty good. Pretty alrighty. Where is that sticky note? Kind of nice thing about this run is that there's so much downtime that I have time to just get up and do stuff in between the levels. I mean, okay, like actually in between the levels, not exactly, but like sort of while waiting. Wow, 2 for 2. Impressive. He usually misses at least one of them. Well, if you're gonna put your shield in front of you, there's nothing I can do to approach you. Wow, that was really rough. Alright, I guess that could have been worse. Anyways, where's the sticky set? The sticky note made... No, it's still sticky. Alright. The sticky note has been applied. So now I no longer know the time on the timer. That's so fun, I actually mastered this stage. I don't think the mastery makes any difference in terms of how long the cutscene takes, even though the music is a bit slower, so it might sound like it takes longer. Oh, and this sticky note fell down. So now I have to go get another sticky note. At last, I'm able to put my microphone back in. Oh! Okay then. Cool. I've never intentionally done that before, but it's cool to know that it can be done at least. Okay, sure. I hope I'm not the only one who saw that he switched his shield at the last second. Oh wow. I have to hit the target swap button twice to do that one. Bad decision. If I was not able to commit, so I ended up getting the worst of both worlds in terms of charging and spam slashing. Anyway, I've gotten good enough at defeating these boss moblins that I don't really need to cheese them with pigs anymore. Well, that's not entirely true. The one in the next stage, I still need to, but I can get him to half health consistently enough that I don't need to use these guys to sneak behind him, or doing so is just a time loss at this point. In stages 4 and 5, when those boss moblins become regular enemies, though, I'm not quite consistent enough to one-shot them. Also, I do apologize for my super creaky chair. I don't really know what can be done about it besides sitting in a different chair. But my choices are this relatively large chair or a tiny chair. And this chair is just more comfortable overall. Oh yeah. I find that even though I think the charge attack is technically slower, I'm a bit more consistent at... Oh, I got a bad line there. That part there, this beginning section, the path that your Mii takes can make like a 3-second difference in how long it takes. Yeah, this dude here though, I've been able to one-shot him like 2 or 3 times recently, but not consistently enough that I would want to count on that happening, so I always do keep the other guy alive as backup. But yeah, at the very beginning, you can save or lose, like, of course, being able to just, like, not hit shields and stuff is important. But there's, like, a way that you can cut the corner similar to the spider trick in Stage 8 that can save, like, 3 seconds. And unfortunately, my Mii decided to go the long way around. I wonder if my positioning affected how I was able to kill those birds. Because I'm not very consistent, like, those birds aren't always in very good spots, I'll say. Okay. That was fine, I guess. A lot of slashes, but I broke enough shields that I didn't have to worry about aim. Ooh, horizontal ones. Actually, that might not be good, because I might just kill them early. Okay, good, he switched to being vertical. By ones, I mean Tektites. I learned their name like yesterday. I've been speedrunning Nintendo Land for, like, I mean not consistently, but on and off for like 2 years. And I never learned that those guys were called Tektites until the other day. And even then it's like, I don't even know how many other people know that. Unless you're like a big Zelda fan, in which you probably do. That was fine, I guess. Ah, that was a bad guess. Oh. The spider was moving around in such a way that made him very difficult to target. So that was not great. I've found that I've been able to get a better understanding of how the targeting system works recently by trying to figure out how to target the spider. Oh, sweet. Ah. The one guy I left alive came back and screwed me over. I wonder, can I... Look at that, that was so dumb. It was probably a time loss too. I lost so much time right there, but I figured out, like, something really dumb. That's amazing. Well, again, you're cheating when you have your shield in front of your face, because there's no direction that I can swing my sword that will hit you if you're going to do that. Which, the fact that they can do that when a swordsman, or when there's no archer, is literally just cheating. Anyway, I think that, I wouldn't say the run is necessarily dead, but that put a serious dent in my run, this level did. Yes, walk towards the left side. I don't know if this even makes any substantial difference, but I try to get my character to walk as far left as possible, so that when I continue hitting the ball to the left, they can travel less distance. Similar logic to Stage 9's boss, or first mini Wizrobe boss. Maybe I should compare this fight to one of like an older run where there's no attempts made to control where the ball goes, and firstly see how much RNG affects the Wizrobe fights, because how fast he sends the ball to you varies from hit to hit, so it's entirely possible that he'll get screwed over just because he keeps sending you slow balls. But I think there's enough Wizrobes that most runs, the average Wizrobe time will be about the same, assuming that you don't get hit. With differences mainly being just outliers, or differences of more than maybe like a second or two being outliers. Oh, alright. Wasn't expecting to target that one. I'm really not targeting the correct dudes. I'm getting like farther ahead than I deserve to be. And having to go backwards. That's embarrassing. The walk of shame. Strangely enough, I find that literally slashing above my head... Dude, come on, let me target the bird. What am I even doing anymore? Did the bird die to the bomb? This is such a weird run. Like, bad, but in all of the right ways. I'm pretty sure the bird died to the bombs, which is so funny. Oh, okay then. Sure. Just ignore my shield. If you get sort of caught in front of the button like that, shielding will push you back a little bit and will let you press the button. I've actually, one time I got stuck in like a corner on one of the bonus stages. Okay. I'm really thinking the charge slash is probably better for that section. I don't think Fortuna uses it. Uses one there. Oh, okay. But there's just so many guys there, and it's so unpredictable which one you're going to be targeting next, that it's nice to potentially get rid of some shields and take out all the blue guys. Oh well. Considering it took me 3 hits to kill him again, either my timing was just way worse, or maybe... I'm not sure actually, is it possible to 2-cycle him if he doesn't go for a double swing? Honestly, like, even if this run is like 37 minutes long, I might still just make a highlight of it, because like stages 5 and 6 were just so weird. I mean, I guess overall they weren't that weird, but like they had a weird moment in them that I feel is probably like maybe worth noting. Like maybe killing the bird with a bomb is something to consider because it means you wouldn't have to do these weird slashes above your head. Speaking of which, I actually find that literally putting the Wii Remote above my head and slashing can help with hitting the birds out of the air. Okay. Honestly, I find the whole, between enemies dying and you getting in the middle of their pack and the targets changing so quickly, it can often be hard to tell what's even happening in that section. But since no one has a shield, mindlessly slashing usually works out pretty well. Huh, you both missed. Idiots. What? How on earth did I bonk? I was doing sideways slashes, but I think his head tilt led to me bonking because he tilted his head to the side. That's so funny, but also another instance of like, this game is like painfully accurate when it comes to detecting shield hits. Yeah, I'm walking to the left, getting myself sort of... I imagine there's some kind of invisible barrier that the ball can't go beyond. And the closer I get to the edge of that, the less distance it theoretically has to travel. Oh! Oh, that was a close one. If I'd messed that up, I think the run would just be dead beyond recovery, and I would just reset, but still like highlight it afterwards. Howdy, Olivier Mortiz. How's it going? Hannah, how's the stream going? Howdy, howdy. I mean, the second one is technically spelled correctly. I thought you were just being quirky with that first one. But yeah, right now I'm doing a run. Past few days I've been trying to improve it, putting a bit more focus on improving in this game in maybe a better manner than just doing a bunch of runs by doing a bunch of IL runs. And also some kind of funny things happened earlier in this particular run. If you watch anything in the VOD, oops, I forgot to charge my sword. Watch stages 5 and 6, because some weird stuff happens. But yeah. Overall, this run isn't actually looking too hot, but technically I don't actually know how it's looking because I have the timer covered up with a sticky note, so I can't see it. And I think that Fortuna probably does similar things of not looking at the timer from I remember watching one of his Pikmin streams and him doing something similar, I think. How? I will, if I remember to. Coolio. But despite maybe these runs not being the best, I do believe that sooner or later I will, I will get a PB because I've put too much effort into these IL runs for them to be for nothing. He doesn't compare his time with references during runs, but he sees it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That sounds right. I remember that now. Yeah. Also, I've seen you posted a lot of IL runs on SRC. Yeah, that's been basically what I've been up to with practicing this game. I tried to. I think I accidentally deleted the footage for my stage 9 grinding, but I have. I grinded out all of the stages, and if I got a PB, I went and put it on speedrun.com. But I figured that it would just be sort of a good tool for practice, but also a lot of the IL runs didn't actually even have a sword run yet, so I figured that it would probably benefit the community to at least have something to compare to, or something that wasn't just like somebody submitting a run for a free world record. Fortuna does something really cool in this fight. He's able to get the second boss to like half HP. I don't know if it's some weird way with the AI, how these bosses' AI works, or if he's just really good at swinging the sword fast. But yeah, he can get that guy to like half HP. I only got like a fifth of it down. Yes. Okay. As you may know, I agree with what you said about IL. Sorry, actually, I think I've said a couple of things about the ILs. Oh yeah, but it's like, oh yeah, about the community thing. I am hoping that eventually the main 9 stages will be completely filled. I'm looking forward, I mean, you don't have to, obviously, but I definitely would be pretty happy to see the whole board filled with co-op runs as well, because Nintendo Land is fundamentally meant to be played in multiplayer. So it would be cool if we had a full board where there's a solo sword, a solo archer, and a solo co-op run for the main 9 levels. The extra stages, I don't think anyone really cares about those. I'm sure someone does. He'll try to? Yeah. Well, I look forward to seeing your efforts. But it's nice to see co-op runs in general. Oh my god. What? Oh my god. Okay, the first bonk was my fault. The second bonk was just the game being dumb. And then the third bonk was like... my fault again, but it was a bad guess. Like, left, right, I just guessed wrong. Whew. first one's always scary. But by the time you get to like this second one here, I think you're far enough away that it's not as hard to react. Like, I almost fully charged my sword there waiting for that slow ball. For now, main focus is to complete main level archer, currently doing level 5. Nice. I'm looking forward to seeing how the archer meta develops. I think that like in like because of the piercing shots, archer is often like a lot cooler than sword because you can make a lot of like swag shots, where sword is mostly just like kind of spamming. There aren't a whole lot of like swag things that you can do with the sword. But it is still probably always going to be faster unless some insane tech is found with bow, just because of its ability to lunge forward. Oh boy, you found such cool shit. I think 2-cycling is super cool. Okay, I guess maybe I spoke too soon. I don't think that there's nothing cool with the sword. It's just that like a lot of the cool stuff, you kind of have to already understand the game pretty well to understand why it's cool. Like, it's hard to appreciate why 2-cycling is cool if you haven't, like, tried to speedrun this game. What? Not adjusting his shield, that's weird. I always go for it, and it very rarely works out. Anyway, well, I guess we'll see if I can get the 2-cycle here. I've only been able to get it once, but I have been able to a couple of times get like close to Ganon. Oh, hey, check. Oh my god, I got it. I got it, wow. That's super cool. Alright. Oh, nice. Yeah, this is gonna be a PB. I'm glad that my PB is one with a 2-cycle Ganon, but also like really stupid stuff happening in like... something that I've never seen before happened in level 6. And something I've never done before happened in level 5 as well. Yeah, they're